Hey there, today we are going to pack a minimum amount of travel essentials that will all fit in a carry-on suitcase. I will show you how to pack less so that you do not overpack. The number one travel tip is to pack coordinating travel outfits. When you mix and match your clothes, you will pack less. Packing in a minimalist way will help you multiply your vacation outfits. And here's how to coordinate the clothes you will pack. I think you're going to be surprised at my minimalist travel tips that will help you have more vacation outfits. The number one travel tip, pack solid colored bottom pieces. This packing method allows you two benefits. Number one, to pack less while multiplying the outfits you get to wear on your vacation. Number two, wear more outfits by packing fewer clothes. For my trip, I packed one pair of black slick pants, water resistant, and you could pack a blue pair of capris, or a solid black pair of jeans, or one pair of blue jeans, or one pair of red solid trousers. These solid colored bottom pieces help you create more travel outfits for your vacation. What color can be worn with red? A blue and white striped shirt, a black blouse that's sleeveless maybe, a solid blue t-shirt. See how I packed 3 vacation outfits with only one pair of trousers? I also packed red buffalo plaid pants. They're pant leggings. They're a little thicker than regular leggings, which I feel more comfortable and more confident in. One tip for vacation is to pack outfits for that in-between times during your vacation, like chatting while having coffee overlooking the balcony of your rented condo. You may want to pack leggings for hanging out by the fireplace after dinner. Tip number 2 is to pack sweaters or shirts that can be worn with more than one of those bottom pieces in your travel wardrobe. This snow sweater can be worn with the red buffalo plaid pants. It can be worn with the water resistant pants over leggings maybe, and it can be worn with the jeans that I wore for my airport outfit. This black pullover can be worn with every one of my bottom pieces throughout my vacation. Jeans, leggings, buffalo plaid pant leggings, even the water resistant pants. If you're going to Iceland, that's a great travel outfit to pack because it can get wet and it can also protect your bottom layer, even if it's joggers. I did wish that I'd packed my poncho sweater vest thing since it was longer, but I did not. One travel tip is to remember that all my outfits can be made because my travel wardrobe coordinates with each other. Each time you travel, you're going to learn another travel tip or 1,000 travel tips, which is when I learn them. I learn by experience and making mistakes. I'm a pilot wife here and I have packed in a carry-on bag for over 20 years, so I help you travel the globe without a worry in the world here and on Instagram. One troubled child example is my brown Fair Isle sweater. I really wanted to wear this sweater to Breckenridge. Did I wear it any more of that trip? No. Did I wear it on the flight back? No. Could I have packed another sweater instead of that one that was less weight? Yes. Here is the travel tip. Compression cubes are going to help you because they squeeze the air and make your clothing smaller or in the shape of a book so that you can pack more. But you can also use the rolling method to help you pack. If there is an empty pocket of space, you could roll the sweater like I did with my brown Trouble Child sweater. It's heavy and bulky, so I found a place at the end because of a travel tip that I learned in a minute that I will share with you. Fill in the space that's in between the grooves of where your suitcase handles come down into your carry-on suitcase. You can see that I packed in between there so that there is a flat bottom when I've packed those little pouches. Take out items from your pouches if it helps fill in that empty space that is in between those bars. I did that with my shampoo bar from Lush. I could have taken out my deodorant. I also used another travel tip, and that was to pack moisturizer and my Gold Bond for Diabetics super thick lotion containers that were almost empty in my liquids bag, and therefore at the end of my trip, I could toss those and not have to pack them. Does that matter? It just lessens the weight of your carry-on bag, and it also helps you have more space in your liquids bag if you need it. When I packed my shoes, which I never wore the entire trip at Breckenridge because we rented from Mountain Threads, I have a whole video coming out about renting winter wear so that you do not have to pack it, and she delivers it to your vacation spot. Ours was off of I-70. It's half of a mile off of I-70, but I will make a video about that later. I never wore these shoes, so I should not have packed them. A travel tip I learned is that I should have planned my outfits more accordingly to see when I would have worn those Merrell shoes, which are one of my favorite boots or hiking shoes. But I noticed when I packed to come home from my vacation and saw them in my suitcase still, I saw how much extra space I still had in my carry-on suitcase. Notice that I still had empty pockets of space even with those shoes in there and my curling iron in there. I could have moved something from my personal item bag to that spot in my carry-on suitcase. But if you are packing in a minimalist way, or if you need to reduce the weight of your carry-on suitcase, those are some packing tips for you. And then I forgot one of my favorite travel tips for packing, and that is to take out one of the compression cubes and pack it in the bottom of your personal item bag. That travel tip does two things to help you. Number one, and the most important reason, is it takes out weight and bulk from your carry-on suitcase. So many international flights are restricting the weight of your suitcase. The second way that it can help you is that it can give your personal item bag more structure if you need it. The backpack that I used does not need the structure because it stands up on its own, but I packed that cube in the very bottom of my backpack, and it is like a little book. So if your tote bag is loose, like some of mine used to be, or your backpack has no structure, it gives it some substance at the bottom so that your travel essentials are not spilling out while you're in the airplane. One travel tip that may help you is to pack anything flat on top of those clothes in your suitcase. So this little container that holds my valuables beside the bed in the hotel room, it does fold up to be a container, but it also packs flat. So I can take that out of my personal item backpack or tote bag and pack it flat on top of my clothes to save space from that bag. One other packing strategy to take note of is notice what I packed in the outside pocket of my carry-on suitcase. I packed a hat, I packed gloves, anything flat that can fit. That is a good place that you have now space to pack it. Another tip is you may want to pack a minimal amount of makeup in your backpack and then part of it inside your carry-on suitcase. You've now divided it and you've taken out that bulk of your carry-on suitcase and put a minimal amount of it inside your backpack. Do you know that I never wore makeup in Breckenridge until the return flight home? When you're doing outdoor adventures, you just do not need makeup, or either you just don't care. And I had a balaclava ninja hat on me a lot because it was so cold, even with no wind, that I really didn't need any makeup. My tip is to travel with a neutral palette, the least amount of makeup brushes you need, and then pack maybe one accent eye color if it's not in that original palette. If you do need more makeup travel tips, I have a great video that will help you. It'll give you some strategies and some visuals of how you can pack it. And I'll put that right here in the end screen is what it's called. All right, I hope I took up a minimal amount of your time by sharing these essential travel tips for packing with you. Thanks for your time.